Hello, everyone. Once again, I have to go to the doctor's, and so this is going to be a short one. But I just wanted to come on, and the topic of the day is: this land is your land. This land is my land. Oh, this land was made for you and me. And China, and Russia, and Germany. Why? Because Donald Trump stole all the secrets and he's selling us out. And now we have to be prepared to defend our land, and take up arms, and have civil wars, because it's coming to that. And so now we have people on TV and all these talk shows, and they're worried about what Donald Trump did with these documents, with these top secret documents that he had. And did he take them, and did he sell them, and did he show, the top secret documents, the ones that have to do with our weapons, because that's obviously what he had, the weapons that he had, and who worked in the government for the different who our top agents were overseas, who we had as secret agent, double agents, and are their families in jeopardy? And the answer is yes, that is what he did. It's exactly what he did. That's the purpose of taking them. You don't need those documents if that's not what you're going to do with them. There's no reason to take those documents if all you want is money. If you want money, you take money documents. But if you want to sell out your country, and if you want to tell foreigners who the double agents are, then you take those documents. And that's the documents that he took. The reason that he wants a special master is the special master is for one purpose, is to look at the documents, the part that's sealed, the part that is what's called redacted, or the black part that we can't see. The special master is to look at the redacted part and then go back and tell Donald Trump the part that's redacted. That's the purpose of the special master. It's because Donald Trump wants to know who in his camp betrayed him. Right. That's the purpose of the special master. So the judge should deny the special master. Just as I said in one of my other videos, Merrick Garland has no intention on prosecuting Donald Trump. If it wasn't for the librarians, we would not be this far. Right? Because Merrick Garland could have already prosecuted Donald Trump. Merrick Garland is doing this because this was forced upon Merrick Garland. I said it in my other video. He's waiting for the election before he prosecuted him, because we don't know which way the election is going to turn. He has to wait for the election. I'm not saying the man doesn't want to prosecute him because there's no evidence. What I'm telling you is, depending on the way the election turns out, Merrick Garland knows that he won't have enough authority to prosecute him, to prosecute Donald Trump. That's what I'm telling you. And that still holds. Otherwise, he could have prosecuted him for what he did in Georgia. He could have brought charges against him already for what he did in Georgia, calling the man up and saying, I need 11,000 votes. That is illegal. He could have prosecuted him. He could have indicted him and prosecuted him. He could have prosecuted him for what he did on January 11th. Federally, he could have prosecuted him. That's 2 crimes already. He could have prosecuted him for. He has not done that. So this is now a 3rd thing that he has done. So now he stole the goddamn documents out of the library that should be in the Library of Congress right now. A 4th thing he has done is he took top secret documents. So there's 2 more things he has done which he has not indicted him for. That's 4 things right there. Merrick Garland has not filed an indictment. I'm not saying that he won't, but the first 2 things he has not indicted him for, which I said in my 2 other videos. Those 2 things he has to wait and see who controls Congress. Okay, so now we have librarians. They're going to push the issue. That's a separate thing altogether. Taking them documents, that's a process. So he has at least went and did a search, because our asses would have been underneath the jail. You let us have taken those documents, we'd been under the jail. What time is it? Okay, it's gonna be late to my doctor's appointment. It's bullshit. But so yeah, at least he has gone and gotten the documents back. I don't know if he's going to prosecute this man. I don't know if he's going to seek an indictment. I don't know if he has gotten a grand jury, which again is just a grand jury. It's just to say, is there enough to get an indictment? We don't know that, because he could have a secret grand jury. You have to do things secretly, because Donald Trump has his goddamn fingers in everything and everybody everywhere. And then you got half the country who hasn't come to their senses to realize that you're supporting someone, you 37 million, 3%ers, 3%ers, Proud Boys, MAGAs, and Oath Keepers, and you regular Republicans. You all are still supporting Donald Trump, who is selling the country out. You all haven't come to your senses yet, because you don't realize he's selling the country out to China, Russia, Germany, and probably some people in Switzerland. But once he sells the country out and changes the Constitution to allow them to come over here and live under their rule, you motherfuckers gonna be killed. Y'all don't realize that. It hasn't sunk in. They don't want your kind. They don't want you MAGA people. They don't want you black for Trumps. They don't want you 3%ers. They don't want you Oath Keepers. They don't want y'all. So you're supporting someone, and you're putting someone in power who wants to bring people over here that does not want you. That hasn't sunken into your head, because your way of living is that you want to live under the United States rules, under your God, under your rules. They don't want that. That's not their rules. Your rules that you want to live under, your books that you want to teach under your kids that you think is the right way, that's not what they believe in. And they're going to kill you motherfuckers. They don't believe in blacks for Trump. Okay? Blacks for Trump. They don't believe in that. Okay? Blacks for Trump. Just so you know. So you go ahead with your blacks for Trump, because they don't believe in blacks for anybody. But he needs you to get you to accomplish what he needs. Because right now, all y'all are is strange fruit. Blacks for Trump. But to accomplish his goal of getting them in, He needs y'all to stand behind him with a shirt that says Blacks for Trump. Because under the United States democracy, see, there's not going to be a democracy when they come over. They don't have democracy in Germany. They don't have democracy in China. They don't have democracy in Russia. Y'all see democracy in those countries? 3%ers, y'all see democracies? MAGA, are there democracies over there in China or Russia? 3%ers, Oath Keepers, are there democracies? Because what you are supporting when you support Donald Trump, aka Frederick Trump, Donald Trump's father, that's what you're supporting when you support Donald Trump, the Mango Man. Forget the name somebody called him, Mango something or another. Somebody called him Mango something. I can't remember it. They cracked me up. I gotta look it up again. I'm borrowing it. It's not my phrase, and I'm misquoting it. I gotta look it up again. But yeah, that is what you people are supporting. Okay, so strange fruit for Trump. I mean, excuse me, blacks for Trump. That's what y'all are supporting. So once he gets you all to get in there and get rid of the United States Constitution, aka the democracy that we have, okay? Once you all eliminate that, and you give Donald Trump what he wants, and he brings in his little frames that he wants. And the purpose for this video is, this land is your land. This land is my land. This land was made for you and me. It's supposed to be our land, is it not? But if Donald Trump has his way, we're going to have to share it. So you 37 million people, which is roughly the other half of the country, because the other half of us, we want a democracy. So we are a republic, the United States. And we are a republic, but we are run under a democracy. That's what we want. And we want to stay a democracy because we don't want to live under the rule of a man. We want the freedoms that we have under democracy. So this video, this little short video that I'm making, is for the rest of the country. The 37 other 30, well, this is more than 37 million, because the other 7 million of us, including me, who sent in a ballot, a paper ballot, and I'm going to do it again. I'm not going to vote. I'm going to send in a paper ballot, Donald Trump, and you other 37 million that don't like it, because I do not want to catch COVID for a third time. So fuck all of you. I'm not going to catch COVID again. I'm going to send in a paper ballot. Anyway, the rest of us, ouch, I heard it, that are voting for democracy, please go out and vote. Whether you physically go out and vote or whether you put a piece of paper in the mail and vote it in, send it in. Please go out and vote so that the land remains ours. And hopefully some of those people that are voting for Donald Trump will realize that, will come to their goddamn senses and realize not to vote for this man who has sold out this country. And that he is a danger. and realize that we cannot share this land with Russia, who is right now over there bombing Ukraine as we speak, bombing kids and senior citizens, and who is right now over there about to bomb a goddamn nuclear plant. And that we cannot live under the rule of China, who right now has a scientist that's over there making part 4 or 5 or 6 of COVID version that started this whole shit in the first place, while we even living under COVID, is because their scientists, along with Donald Trump, put the shit in the air in the first place. Y'all do remember that. And Donald Trump, he sent me wonderful love letters. It was Donald Trump who got rid of the scientists in the first place that were supposed to be monitored. And that lady over there right now making version 4 or 5 or 6 of the virus to send. So I'm telling you, the best way to get rid of people that you are sick of in the United States is to vote them out of office, because they're in there stealing our money, and to vote in people who will give the one-time reparation payments for Black people. Right? 3%ers, Oath Keepers, Proud Boys, MAGAs, give the one-time reparation, and then give money for the people. That's everybody in the United States gets $1,776 every single week. What is the matter with you people? That is our tax dollars. And if they can send $300 million a day to Afghanistan on a war for 20 years, according to Brown University, not me, Brown University came up with these numbers, which was quoted by Lindsey Graham. Senator Lindsey Graham also quoted these numbers. Just remember that. He quoted these numbers not too long ago when I was watching a video. He on a Fox News. He quoted these numbers, but I actually looked it up, and it's $300 million a day is what we spent on that war in Afghanistan for 20 years. Do not tell me that we cannot pay our American, and we got nothing back except for some faggot to come on TV and say we should not have left after he picked his faggot ass up and left the country and left the men and women and children and turned them right over, right back to the same militia. After we trained him and how to be a leader, and we trained his army how to fight that militia. The militia ain't nothing but a men in the country that decided we're not going to listen to you, motherfucker. We're going to take over. But that's why we trained him to run the army. That's why we trained him to run the country. And he's sitting somewhere safe, giving an interview. They shouldn't have even recognized that punk motherfucker as the president of the country. He shouldn't even be interviewed. Something smells good. I can't even eat. They shouldn't have even recognized him as the president or the former president of the country with his punk ass. All that money and effort and equipment left. Please. You don't interview and recognize somebody once they up and run and abandon their people. Recognize him as nothing. Well, punk ass. Talking about and he still got his hand out. What the fuck more you need? After all we did and after all we gave you and after all the training. You're a disgrace. No more interviews for him. Fuck you interviewing him for? He showed you exactly what the fuck the lives of our men and women meant to him. Not a goddamn thing. Because he was happy to sit there and let us stay there another 20 motherfucking years. Another $300 million goddamn dollars. As long as we doing the work for him, why should he do the work? And y'all have the audacity to say, giving Americans $1,776 is a waste, is a handout. That was the fucking handout. No, give us our tax dollars and watch us put it to work. We will work. But what y'all do is you don't give us the money. Give us our tax dollars back and watch us work. Watch us build this country. Stop giving us, look, just like that PPP loan. Y'all ready to lock people up because y'all gave $20,000 a PPP. Y'all know it takes more money than that to start a country, to start a business. It takes $100,000 to $500,000, depending on the company that you're going to start. You said, here's money. Go start a business. It takes payroll. It takes insurance, right? So why would you tell people who don't know how to start a business, here's to start a business? Okay, so some people went and bought a car. Well, you need transportation to go and get your product. Some people bought product, but then they didn't have a car. Well, if you buy a car, you need to insure the car. And if it's a car for business, then that's going to cost more. So some people had a car and then they said it was for business. And then they had to pay more because you have to pay more to insure a car when it's for a business. And that took up the money right there. Now you want to put them in jail? That makes no sense. Then they have to hire an employee. See, y'all did that. Y'all were wrong for giving people who saw an opportunity and they said, okay, now if somebody took the money and they bought a shirt, then you put them in prison. But don't put somebody in prison because they took the money and they bought a car because they needed transportation to try and start the business. Huh? But if they bought a t-shirt because they were actually going to start a t-shirt business and they wanted to put a display on the shirt so that they could display the goddamn t-shirt so people could buy it, don't put them in jail either. Because they bought the t-shirt and put the display on it to show people. So that's not illegal either. If they bought a t-shirt for $1,000 and they put a display on it and they went to a party because they wanted to display it and that was advertisement, that's not illegal either. So be careful when you say you want to lock somebody up because they bought a t-shirt and they went to a party and they took the shirt and they put the t-shirt on YouTube or they put the t-shirt on Facebook. That's how they were advertising it. Be careful when you say that because you didn't show them how to advertise it. All they know is buy a shirt and put it on a Facebook or tweet or wherever and show the shirt. You don't know how somebody advertised because every day they tell young people this is how you advertise your product. Fuck. Anyway, I made this video too long because it was supposed to be 10 to 15 minutes. And now I'm up to 24. But this land is your land. This land is my land. This land is made for me and you, not Russia or China or Germany. Because what's going to happen is called a civil war. And there's too many people in this country with guns. Legal guns, illegal guns. And if that motherfucker can't get this country the legal way by having people get into office, because this is what he's trying. If he can't get his people into office come this November, if Donald Trump cannot get his people into office, mark my words, because time is of essence, because he feels he's about to go to prison. And if his people cannot get into office in this November, he's going to try to start a civil war, a real civil war. He already got the secrets. He didn't have them secrets for a year. Yes, he's had those secrets for a year. And he just sold them secrets to everybody that he needed to sell them secrets to. He already had the Arabs here playing golf with. They already know what's in those boxes. You already know that. Ain't nothing new. They already know what's in those boxes. You could believe that. Mar-a-Lago been sitting open. Those documents been sitting there. So if you think that all the time and all the months that those librarians been saying we need our documents back, if you think all the months that those boxes been sitting in Mar-a-Lago, that the Germans and the Russians don't know what's in them boxes, you a goddamn fool. You are absolute idiot if you think that he has not already made copies of that shit. You are an absolute idiot. Now, either Director Ray is in on this shit, Merrick Garland is in on this shit, because why haven't this motherfucker been arrested? If I had top secrets in my house, I'd be under the jail. If you had them, you'd be under the motherfucking jail. Top secrets? Everybody sitting around talking about it on the news and going back and forth to court. I said one person said that a lady had a document she didn't even realize she had. They gave that motherfucker six years in prison. And she didn't even have top secret documents. He the president, he had top secret documents. Now he's trying to get a special master to uncover the redacted part so he can figure out, if he uncovers the redacted part, he'll know exactly who told on him, because he packed the shit himself. And if in the redacted part, he can figure out who told on him, because he knows he was there when he packed the shit, and he knows what part he packed, and that'll tell him who the fuck told on him, because he knows exactly who was there when he packed what the fuck he packed. I told y'all Donald Trump is not slow and he is not stupid. He plays stupid. He plays stupid for the crowd. He plays stupid for the camera. That man ain't stupid. He know what the fuck he doing. He ain't stupid at all. That's why he want a special master. Coming there acting like a mumbling, bumbling fool. He packed every goddamn box himself. And he had a different person around him. I know, because I do the same goddamn shit myself. That's why I do my shit myself. I do all my shit myself. I don't have to remember every single solitary thing. What I need to know is when I pack this, who is around me. And I tell everybody the same thing, but I change up one or two things so that I know if you say a certain thing around me, I know that you the motherfucker that I was around when I said that one or two certain things. So everybody will know the same thing, but you gonna know something different. On this day, you gonna know something different on this day. So I know that was you. because everybody going to know the same thing, but you're going to know something different. And that was you on this day. That's what the fuck Donald Trump is doing. And that's why he want them goddamn documents unredacted. So he know what motherfucker told. That's why he wanted unredacted. He ain't slick. He not slick. That's why he wanted unredacted. So he can figure out in his mind who told on him. Anyway, I got to go to the doctors. But you could best believe there's a lot of people in this country that think that they are safe under Donald Trump, that are not safe under Donald Trump. You people are not safe under Donald Trump. Y'all are not. Keep acting like you're safe under him. Even if you a full-blooded German or Russian, you've been in America too long, they still gonna kill you because you've been Americanized. Got American ways. You got American stench on you. You think American. You feel American. They don't want you no more. See? That's how they think. They think that you now are American. You got too much American ways. And they get rid of you. You're going to turn others that way. That's the way they think. Motherfuckers. You got the taste of freedom. You got the taste of America. Bye. Have a nice day.